Good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more.
오, 예. 이쁘게
Now,
해줬다.
I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
네. 들어가자. 표정 봐. 코가 대단해요.
Phineas, Nigellus.
뭐야 여기 왜 프레임 들어갔어?
Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
교장 선생님이래요.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If
그런가
you're
봐요.
lucky,
내가
we might still be
먹으리라.
able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
내가 먹으리라 프레임 드랍 생기나 봐. 조금씩 버벅거리죠. 사양을 좀 내려야 되나? 이거 보고 설정 좀 가가지고 사양 내리는 거 한번 봐봅시다.
Professor Weasley,
빼야 될
you've
거는
one
좀
more
빼보자.
to be sorted.
아니, 원컴 방송이었으면 더 있겠는데 그러면.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
램을 더 늘려야 되나? 안녕 마법 모자야. 나는 어디 갔니?
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you?
나 나이만 더
You
놀렸어?
come here with preferences and preconceptions, certain expectations.
탐험하고 싶어.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder. I detect something in you. A certain sense of. What is it?
호기심.
A desire to learn? I do enjoy a good puzzle, and I believe I have a
마군이라뇨 무슨 소리예요?
You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
레븐클로? 기숙사 배정 모자는 당신의 선택을 고려해 기숙사를 배정한다. 다른 기숙사가 있어? 지성과 창의력, 지혜로 유명한 레븐클로? 다른 기숙사는? 슬린데린, 그린핀도르. 우리 당연히 그리핀도르 가야죠?
Possess a willingness to forge ahead alone when you must.
거기로 가자.
Better be Gryffindor!
네 맞아요. 순혈주의자 쪽. 그래서 레드.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has
피디치
been cancelled.
취소됐어? 해보고 싶었는데.
Enough it's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
아, 왜 이렇게 꼰대야?
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well,
반갑습니다.
Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct
아,
honor to show
이분은
you to your
교감이에요?
common room. Right this way. It's most uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember the first time I entered the Gryffindor common room after being sorted.
You were a Gryffindor.
I am a Gryffindor.
Mm-hmm.
Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
The password is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
뚱뚱한 귀부인이야, 이름 자체도?
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of
그렇다,
you tomorrow.
도움이.
I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
암호래요.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
까먹으면
You're welcome.
어떡하지?
I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
그라탕 도움이라뇨. 그라탕 말고 그라탕? 도루묵가 아니야.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
까먹었잖아 벌써. 호그와트에 온 거를 환영한다. 볼 수 있는 게 뭐 없나? 와우. 내려가는 거겠지? 올라가는 거네?
Now, which way is the common room?
이쪽이겠지? 아, 자물쇠가 있어야 돼?
Must be different starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
너네 내 얘기해? 어? 내 얘기해? 내 얘기하는 거 같은데?
She gets bolder every year. The professor could arrive any moment.
이게 뭔데? 뭐야 얜?
That girl thinks she can get away with anything. Why is everyone so highly strung?
학교 폭력이라뇨.
Perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
진짜로 없이? 대단한 걸?
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Oxfire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts.
학교 뒤편이요?
Is it true?
내
About the
뒷담화는
dragon?
애들은 한번 불러서 혼내줘야지. 끔찍했어.
It's true, and I was almost killed. Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
How awful for you. And of course, that poor man from the ministry. But still, you got to see a dragon.
고백으로 혼내준다뇨.
You've
안
certainly
싫어.
brought some much needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
어떤
What
소문이 났는지
exactly
물어봅시다.
are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
만나서 반가워.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
얘랑도 대화를 해보자고요.
Here, have a sip. Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello. You're in your fifth year.
기미가 왜 이렇게 많아?
I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth.
얘
So am
위즐리
I.
가문이네요.
Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Must be nice having an aunt for a professor.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest.
하긴
Still,
학교에
she means
있으면은
well. And she's an
편하긴
incredibly
하겠다.
powerful witch. She'll have your back.
머그잔에 들어있는 게 뭐야?
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
마법약 잘 만들어?
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference fundamentally between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my creativity as much as you might think.
Well,
반가웠다.
it was nice meeting you,
위즐리.
Gareth. And thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
아, 크래쉬다 이게. 뭐야 이건 굴리는 거야? 돌아라! 돌아라!
Still
그리고
not working. Ugh.
기숙사 상자. 얜 뭐야?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
이건 밑에서
I'm not sure I'd say
공부했어.
that, but I did study with him a little before
그럼
we
그럼.
arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit
또
trickier.
먹으면서 합시다.
Don't
이기게
worry,
될
you'll
거야.
get it in the end.
Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure
얘
to be
약간
very
좀
impressed.
재수없는 타입
I'm
같은데?
just going to keep at it.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
New
네.
Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
여기로 나가볼까요?
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at
안녕하세요,
Hogwarts.
교장
I've been
선생님.
dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the
그게
year.
뭐야? OW?
OWLs. Owls.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
오호호.
Here you are.
이게 뭔데?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
어? 겨드랑이 낀 것 같았는데
Thank you,
사라졌어.
Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
가봅시다.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic
Revelio.
and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Lumos.
짜잔. 반짝반짝.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the
반짝반짝.
field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be
얘도 무언
alert to your
주문하는데?
surroundings. Do keep up.
루머스라고 말 안 하고도 잘 키는데?
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
아 뭐야?
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
초상화에 그려진 마법사 바로피오는 뇌 명약 발명가로 유명하며 주문을 잘못 발음하면 위험하다는 것을 알려주는 사례로 꼽힌다. 바로피오가 주문을 외울 때 풀을 스로 발음했다가 버펄로에게 깔린 채로 발견된 적이 있기 때문이다. 필드가이드 챌린지 해제. 필드가이드 챌린지는 경험치 포인트를 획득한 유일한 방법. 마법사의 레벨 챌린지를 획득한 XP는 레벨과 파워를 증가시킨다. 어허허. 가이드 페이지를 수집하여 새로운 챌린지 카테고리를 잠금 해제했다. 이거? 챌린지에 티어가 존재한다. 외형부터 중형 업그레이드까지 티어를 완료할 때부터 스페셜 보상이 해금된다. 보상은 챌린지 메뉴에서 받을 수 있다.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
뭐야 고양이!
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
그래도 고양이는 쓰담쓰담 해야죠. 무슨 소리예요? 안녕. 아으. 한번 열어볼까요? 열을 수 있을 것 같은데. 아무것도 없어? 돈 얻었구나. 예.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
지도 불꽃을 발견했다. 호그와트는 두 영역으로 나뉘어진다. 지도의 왼쪽은 학생들과 교수들이 지내는 공간으로 휴게실과 연회장. 해당 지역에서 사용할 수 있는 플루 불꽃을 볼 수 있다. 자신의 기숙사 휴게실을 비롯해 발견한 불꽃을 나타낸다. 회색 불꽃은 미발견. 오른쪽에 천문학타, 도서실, 온실 같은 시설들이 자리 잡았다. 너를 위해 중앙홀 플루 불꽃을 잠금 해제했다. 이거구나. AD로 지수로 돌리고 이걸로? 대박. 순간이동이네요. 한마디로 텔포 타는 거네. 텔 타는 거네. 워퍼 포인트.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can
갑시다,
get almost
교수님.
anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You
상점가네.
should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade.
좋아요.
You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer
아직
there
학생들
with
맥주를
friends in
먹어도
due
되는
course.
건가 근데?
Thank
나머지는
you,
배우면서
Professor
A
합시다.
lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of
추가
class.
과제요?
You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by
Shit.
your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
물어보지 마. 그런 일 없었어요.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
비밀로 하자 했죠.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of
그럼
spellcasting.
그냥
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very
말
well.
잘한다.
Enough chit-chat. I need to get to
어떻게
class myself.
선생님 저
Might I
교수가
rely on
왜
you,
이렇게
Professor Fig, to
찜찜하지?
explain the
위즐리
details
교수가?
of the field guide's map?
좋은 사람이겠죠.
Of course.
위즐리 가문이니까.
Thank you.
우리가 아는 위즐리
Good luck
가문은
today.
착한
And remember
사람들이었으니까.
to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about
매번
those
좀
assignments
여기저기
I
탐험을
mentioned,
다니긴
and
해야겠다.
we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Revelio.
교수님하고 대화 좀 해볼까요?
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I
들으셨나
did my
보네요.
best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch.
아,
It was right to keep the
마녀라
details to
불리는구나,
yourself for now.
저분은.
We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead.
그럼 그냥 마녀라 할걸. 마녀나 마법사 호칭에 따라서 기숙사 나눠지는 줄 알았었는데 그게
And she
아니었네요.
may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between
난
us.
마법사보다
Understood,
마녀가 더 기분
Professor.
좋은데.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley,
좋아요.
why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
뒤도 펼쳐서 주요 퀘스트는 노란색 핑으로 스토리를 진전시킬 수 있고 새로운 기능이 잠금 해제되어 경험치를 얻을 수 있다. 일부 퀘스트는 마법 및 레벨 필요사항이 충족되지 않아 잠겨있다. 잠겨있는 메인 퀘스트의 경우 필요되는 레벨이 도달하거나 퀘스트를 활성화하는 데 필요한 주문이나 그런 것도 있구나. 교수의 과제를 완료하거나 퀘스트 보상으로 새로운 주문을 배울 수 있다. 아시오, 레비오소. 요거 먼저 가볼까요? 레비오소.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead. What with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your
호그스미드가
own
너무
work.
기대된다.
You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
그러면 요거 가기 전에 요거 좀 봐볼까요? 마법 나침반? 가 없네. 이건 뭘까? 왜 돌리는 거지 이건? 안 열린다. 돌아다녀 볼까? 아, 이것은 획득. 역경은 그레고리의 조각상. 그레고리 호로시오 생각난다. 역경은 그레고리라는 중세 마법사의 조각상. 아부하는 듯한 미소를 띠고 있다. 이 마법사는 그레고리의 번지르르함이란 마법약을 발명했는데 이 약을 받아서 마시면 약을 준 사람을 최고의 친구를 착각하게. 아하하하. 불꽃 위치 하나 더 열었고요. 여긴 뭐지? 뭐가 없어요. 손 없고 보고서 오러 사무국 보진가 부크. 보진가 부크는 일반 개점 시간 외에도 활동량이 증가했으며 특히 한밤중에 가게의 뒷문으로 의심스러운 배달이 이루어졌다. 알려진 가게의 평판에 따라 우리는 이미 그 가게를 감시하고 있던 사람들과 함께하기 위한 오러를 추가적으로 영입하고 있다. 새로 영입된 오러 중 한 명이다. 지시사항을 따라라. 뭐지? 이거는?
Rebellion.
여기도 내려가 볼까? 돈 얻어먹고 자물쇠야? 저거 열 수 있는 것도 좀 나중에 배우겠죠? 머글들한테도 약이 있다고요? 이것도 등록하고 가자. 와이번 분수. 변신 수업 안뜰에 있는 분수는 맨 위에가 와이번을 닮은 모양으로 학생들이 모일 수 있는 편안한 장소다. 캐도건 경에 의해 시작된 소문과는 다르게 이것은 분명히 자신도 모르게 활기 넘치는 기사에 의해 살해된 Y의 와이번을 의미하는 것이 아니다. 아재 개그를 본 것 같은 기분인데. 여기도 불꽃 있네요. 좋아요. 이쪽이겠지? 아마 배울 것 같아요.
Rebellion.
마리화나. 여기도 잠겨 있고. 이거는 뭐가 안 되네. 일단 수업을 좀 가볼까요, 우리? 여기 돌아다니면서 한 번씩 가보고. 이건 뭐지? 이 거울이 뭘까? 이것도 못 열지 않을까? 야! 잠겨있는 마법이 되게 많다. 하나씩 열어야겠지 나중에. 이거 패드가 더 편할 것 같기는 하다 조작이. 지금이라도 늦지 않았으니 그냥 패드로 할까?
Rebellion.
어떡하지? 패드로 할까요? 키마 할까요? 어떡하지? 저거도 열어놓고 어허!
Is that all you've got?
오!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one
두 개가
Hebridean
하나뿐이래.
black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about
저
it.
슬리데리는 대체적으로 좀 싸가지가 없었죠? 우리 패드로 합시다 이거.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
마법 균형을 레비오스 배웠어요. 아 그래요? 느끼가 좀 달라요? 신기하다. 같은 나라인데 한 나라에 속해 돼 있는데?
Now, let's try something a little larger.
와, 나도 저렇게 그냥 슉슉 움직이면은 막 됐으면 좋겠다. 아, 그래서 그렇게
Let us
영국을
begin
그렇게
with the
부르세요?
basic cast.
없는데? 없는데? 마법 주문이? 없는데요? 마법 주문이? 어떡하지? 아니, 선생님 저 마법 주문 좀...
See how the dummy deflected your cast.
아,
This
그냥
time,
누르는 거구나.
Cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
음.
Remember, a surprised opponent. Good. Now, the basic. Well done.
아. 아하, 아하, 아하.
Very good. But
꾹 누르고 있으면은 다른 마법을 선택을 할 수 있고 그냥 한번 툭 누르면은
Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Good form.
I know.
오, 잠깐만.
Protego. Those things. Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
떨어졌다.
Your first duel.
오, 나이스.
I'm a quick learner.
학교 폭력 시뮬레이터라뇨.
Not
안녕.
bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
아 재수없어. 주인공 성격도 좋아. 빵긋빵긋 웃는 거 봐.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've
네,
seen
맞아요.
today is any indication,
되게 바들바들바들바들 떨려요.
great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you.
셀로우군?
Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Revelio.
여기 가서 이거 보자. 획득합시다. 헤블리디안 검은 해골. 어둠의 마법 방어법 교실에 매달아 놓은 거대한 용의 뼈다. 이 뼈는 동웨일즈에서 1878년에 일어난 밀렵군 대공습에서 핵기경수가 혼자 가장 큰 밀렵군 조직 중 하나를 타도하고 얻어낸 기념품이라고 합니다. 이거네요, 이거.
Revelio.
세바스찬과 대화를 해라.
Protego.
Nice work.
그럼.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something.
아, 얘가
Everyone
나한테
will be
좋은 거
talking about
알려준다는
it.
애구나.
It was certainly good practice.
그리핀도르랑 전혀
Practice.
기억.
It felt more like I was
저건데?
dueling an expert.
얘는
Sebastian Sallow, by the way.
저기잖아요.
Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then
우리랑
again,
적대적인
perhaps this
관계잖아.
wasn't your first
그니까요.
duel.
결투해본 적 없어.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be quiet if you like,
재수없겠다.
but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
수상한데?
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed
역시
unprepared to know.
슬리들이.
If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then.
역시 뒤가
Whether
구린
it's
놈들.
joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
관상이
Perhaps
아주
somewhere
범죄자라뇨.
unsanctioned.
어서 오세요.
We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
시계탑 입구 근처로 가야 된다고
Till
하네요.
next time.
테스트 하나 완료했고. 테스트 로그 열기. 테스트 추적해놓고 지도상 위치. 아, 추적이 자동으로 되어 있네요. 도움 드리자면 이거 영어로 책이 원작이에요. 그 나도 알고 있어요. 도움 주는 거 맞지?
Revelio.
아까까지 키보드 마우스를 하다가 해가지고 키가 좀 헷갈리기는 한다. 모르는 것들이 많아서 이거저거 좀 눌러봐야겠어요. 역시 점프. 달리기가 뭘까? 패드로 할 때. 프레임 드롭 어떡하면 좋아? 아니 근데 키마를 하려고 그랬는데 멀미가 조금 나가지고
Protego.
멀미 나서. 프레임 드롭 어떡하면 좋아? 이거 설정 좀 바꾸자. 네, 패드로 하면 멀미가 조금 덜해요. 보조 퀘스트를 진행할 수 있다. 오케이. 아까보다 나은 것 같기도 아닌 것 같고. 내용이 또 있다. 레벨리오에서 저번에 했었고. 야옹이 한 번 더 쓰다듬어주고. 야옹. 고롱고롱거리는 거 봐. 아, 여기도 뭐가 없어요. 헤드로 할 때 달리는 게 뭔지 모르겠다. 여기도 한번 보고 갑시다. 호그와트인 이유는 옛날과 다르게 머글들의 마법이 너무 강력해져서 그래요? 아 그래요? 장식이 달린 코발트색 오복. 여기가 아니겠지? 이거 옷은 어디서 바꿔요 근데? 자동 소총 한 개면이라뇨.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
그건 그래요. 여기도 뭐 있나?